Good day, folks. Here we are doing a quick walk around review of Bob's 2024 Ford Bronco Everglades. So starting off in the front, what we got here is a worn synthetic 10,000 pound winch, which is about double what this truck is. That's a 35-inch big old tire there. Some steely cast wheels right there, pretty sexy looking. Fancy Everglades sticker. I don't know where I land on that one, but it does have Sasquatch in it, so we know where he's at. And just walking around, that's what the interiors looks like. We'll get into that in a second. And it's a little bit messy because I'm hauling stuff around while I'm going to school, right meow. And the back gate swings wide open. Big old spare tire on the back, but decent, I would say, storage. Speakers, spare lights, extra powers. I gotta figure out how to turn that on. I know there's a button somewhere. And these are the quick disconnects. We'll call them QDs for the roof, which comes off of this bad boy, and then you have your roll bar here. Neat little thing about the roll bar is there's a bottle opener on it. So that's pretty clever in my book. So anyway, that's the roll bar in the back of it. Another cool option on this is, see that guy right there? Having a good time, drinking a pint, watching a fire. It's not a truck, but it's still got a tailgate. And yes, you can sit on it. So we can sit here and just watch folks come and go in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. All right, back to more walking around. Here we go. Then you just pull this little dun-dun in here, slide her back in, and ta-da, no more tailgate. Close this bad boy up with the overhead hatch here, and this big fat tailgate that you're gonna see. It's a big girl. And there you go, fancy backup light, spare 35-inch wheel, Bronco emblem, shenanigans. And I got it running right now just so you can kind of see what's going on. In the back you see decent seats. They're not leather, they're actually what they call marine grade vinyl, so you can wash them off if you get them wet or dirty or nasty, but they're pretty cushy, to tell you the truth. They do feel good, so it's not like a sticky vinyl. I put in these little loopy 50-50 cord handles because it didn't come with them. And my family's a little bit shorter than I am, so they're gonna have problems getting in and out of here. So that's the back seats. Sorry, it's a mess. And the front passenger seat here, again, nice drains in there. That's a drain plug, so if we do get the doors and the tops off and get her muddy, we will be easy to actually hose it out if we had to, or if someone gets sick, but we're not doing that in my truck. You can see a bunch of my squadron patches up in there right now, which sticks pretty nice to the felt, which is some soundproofing, deadening stuff. And the back side of the snorkel, which I have turned around so it's not sucking up a ton of wind up here, or ton of rain up here in the Pacific Northwest. It seems to want to pour every day. And just to see what else you got going on, this is a snorkel. Right, I got it turned backwards, so I got the blank off plate on the front right now, and then it'll suck air from the back, so that'll keep most of the dust and bugs and the heavy rain out of the separator in the front. It does have it, but I'm just wanting to not pull in a bunch of rain. The fancy grill, big old tires, blistening shocks, those big yellow bad boys up there. IFS, it's an independent front suspension, which they say is not that good for 4x4, but I've always had decent luck, to tell you the truth, with them over the years. And here we go into the Bronco, to the cockpit, if you will. Yep, it's up here. So, sorry it's so bouncy, but this is our center console. I'm gonna shut it here. I got a door open, so don't mind that. Actually, you know what? I'll close that real quick, because I think it would be better for you to see dash. All right, there we go. So that's what the dash looks like, more or less. Little weird truck design. That's your lane centering and all that. speedo, tack. I got it on boost right now. I just got it kind of set up that way. I haven't even messed with it yet. And then over to the infotainment center, I think is what they call it. Got normal audio, Apple CarPlay, of course, wireless, nav, built-in Ford Navi, the apps, different apps for this bad boy, settings for the truck itself, just anything in there, and some features, owner's manual, driver's assistance, feedback, shenanigans. This page over here, I'll set this back on CarPlay. This page over here we can change, so I got it on fuel economy, I don't know why, and trips, phone service, navigation, audio, so you can have all this other stuff running on the second side of the screen, but you can close it too. So off-road status lets you know what your drive line's doing, and so that's kind of what you got going here. Pitch and roll, I'll leave it on fuel economy. Up here on the dash, this is a fun, hazards, obviously everybody knows what that is. This is the fun button. What that does is it locks one of the rear wheels when you're trying to turn tight on a trail. So you can, it's a donut button basically for burning U's. This right here, I'm sorry, that's our frickin' traction control. This is our fun button. This is rear wheel locker, front wheel locker. And then some of the coolest stuff yet is up here. Aux switches, which aren't wired to anything yet, but Ford pre-wired and has these running throughout the truck. So there's wiring already in the truck in the front bumper to hook up some fog lights or off-road lights. Up here in the front, you can hook up some ditch lights. It's already pre-wired for those. And up here in the front roll bar, there's already pre-wiring for your off-road, you know, KC, off-road lights, etc. And then I believe there's one or two in the back for everything from an air compressor to whatever you want to run back there. Maybe some extra off-road lights or camping lights or whatnot. Down here, normal shenanigans, pistol grip, freaking shifter, dual zone, frickin' AC, however that shenanigan works. I'll be honest, I don't even know all the functions yet. This is what you call the goat mode selector, goes over any terrain, right? So as I turn that little wheel, it switches basically drivetrain modes, right? So that's in 4x4 now. This is sport mode. This is slippery mode. Bunch of different things, mud and ruts, right? Which is probably where it'll be when I get back to Nebraska. Sand and rock crawl, right? Which is pretty wild in my opinion. We're gonna leave this in sport. Yeah, we'll leave it in eco. I'm trying to save some gas. We'll see how much I can get on it. But down here, also on the same little goat mode dial hoo-ha, two-wheel drive where we're in now. That's 4 auto, 4 high, 4 low. So it's electronic diff, or center diff, I should say. This little button here in the middle is a crawl mode. So what it does is it locks it into low lock and will slowly go up a very steep incline or slowly back down said steep incline. And then the normal, so your doors, mirror stuff, shenanigans. But these are your windows. They're just in the center console here. Lockable like normal. The doors pretty much look like this. Glove box over there. Center console in here. And that's kind of it. You know what I mean? It's a pretty clever little machine. The bells and whistles, I really don't know everything yet with it, but I am enjoying it because you sit definitely higher than everybody else. It feels good. It seems simple, if that makes sense. It's not too much over the top with the foofy stuff. It's definitely tough. I'm gonna find out how strong it's built, especially when I get back to the country, but yeah, it's definitely a fun time. All these top panels come out, so this panel comes out, this panel comes out, and you can just pull them out. These two right now with the roof rack in, the center one right here is one piece, but that'll come out once you pull the roof rack off, which only takes about 5 minutes too. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 6 bolts that hold that roof rack on, and then you're set. And then, yeah, of course, you know, nerd stuff, because that's what I do. And I stuck a bunch of squadron stickers and shenanigans right on the roof. So All right, cheers. Hope you liked the video and introduction. Let me know if you liked it.